Hi, and welcome back. Happy belated Thanksgiving to all of our listeners. We're happy to be back with you. I'm Chuck Wade. My brother Ethan is here, too. This is Wade into Wealth. And
Post of Thanksgiving.
What's that? Yeah.
Post of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you did a wonderful job.
Kept the train on the tracks.
Did a wonderful job. I want to commend you. You were a brave man. Brave soul. You did something recently that should be recognized. Or you're an idiot. It's one of the two. You went to a mall on Black Friday.
Oh, no, interesting story. Did not.
Well, you attempted to. You attempted to because I think we talked and you said, "Oh yeah, we're going to this store in the mall. Like Griffin's going to make a stuffed animal." And I said, "Oh, Build-A-Bear."
Well, he was right next to me. I didn't want to say it.
No, I get it. I understand.
Didn't want to build up his hopes.
No, I get that.
We turned in the parking lot and immediately left.
I get that. And then I got
you know when they have the cones set up at Eastview, that's like,
no.
It's time to go home. I'm not going in there.
Got off the phone and thought, that is not going to go well.
No.
Knowing you and your personality.
I was prepared to be patient.
Which
I had told myself before, if I'm going here, I have to have patience. But it ran out as soon as I turned right into the parking lot, and we just left.
Yeah.
I didn't get an argument from anyone either. It just it was not happening.
I get it. It's just, you don't want to go do that.
The crazy thing is, though, the line of cars just going in. Like you.
Yeah.
I guess you're going to suscept yourself to that.
Black Friday does crazy things to people.
You know, and I was just trying to get some Christmas cheer.
When I hung up, I thought, whoa.
Just trying to get some Christmas cheer.
Wow.
I will say I do enjoy.
Gutsy.
I enjoy going to the mall in the month of December, just because I like how it's decorated, and I feel like everyone there is in a little bit of a better mood because it's the holiday season. But outside of that, shopping is not my thing.
I enjoy going to the mall. Never.
Yeah,
Never.
Yeah, you just got to take a book.
I appreciate the decorations and all of those things, but I enjoy going to the mall.
Take a book.
Never times.
Take a book.
But speaking of your bravery to even consider going to a mall on Black Friday, we thought it would be good or worth some time to talk about Black Friday and some of the secrets behind it. And I went down a whole rabbit hole about Black Friday.
You?
And was
I would never expect
fascinated by it, by how it works, the origin of it. Do you know where the term Black Friday came from?
No.
Yeah.
I did not go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Well, you had other things to do, and, I couldn't sleep. But I always thought...
Was that this morning or last night?
Both.
Okay, yeah. I figured that when I got the text real early this morning.
I listened to a couple of podcasts about the economics of Black Friday while I was working out.
Yeah.
Good use of time.
There you go.
I always thought, and I think the prevailing wisdom is that it's the day where everyone goes and shops, and companies go from being in the red, dating back to the day when companies kept their books with paper and pen or pencil, and they wrote in red when they were in the negative, and black was when they became profitable for the year. Black Friday, companies go from negative to positive in terms of their income. Not the case. This came, probably 60, 70 years ago, the day after Thanksgiving.
Been going on that long?
Well, it's been going on that long, not as the core, I would say the commercial holiday that it is, but the origins were in Philadelphia, where the Army-Navy football game is held after Thanksgiving. And so what would happen is that...
Is that always after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think it's in like the first or second week of December now, but it used to be the weekend after Thanksgiving, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And Army-Navy, which is still a big deal, used to be a massive deal. It was like the college football game. And so all these people would descend on Philadelphia for the Saturday game. They didn't have anything to do on Friday, and so they would go shopping. They would go downtown in Philadelphia to shop. And the cab drivers and the truck drivers took to calling it Black Friday because nobody wanted to go downtown. It was so hard to navigate because the city was so congested. Hence Black Friday. And there's documentation, of it being referred to as such. But now it's total commercial holiday.
Yep, in every sense of the way.
In every sense of the way. And it has morphed. But I am fascinated by how Black Friday sales work from a business perspective.
You know what doesn't fascinate me but annoys me?
Yes. No, I don't know, actually.
They were like, I don't know. I remember it was like middle of October. I saw someone marketing their Black Friday deals.
Yeah.
Black Friday deals starting now. it's not Black Friday then.
No, it's not.
It's a month and a half before.
Yeah. So pause for a second. Black Friday is a United States holiday. That is only a thing in the United States.
Yeah. Apparently, it starts in the mid-October now too.
Well, because the thought, and there's several economists that have done this study that Black Friday it happens to be the one day in America where people are off from work. A lot of people are off from work, and there's not a specific holiday. There's not anything
not
specific to do that day. So it works as, hey, let's have all our sales this day. People are off. They can go to the store, et cetera, et cetera. But it's also kind of limiting in terms of the start of the holiday shopping season in many people's minds. And so in countries where there is no Black Friday, which is just about every other country, people actually spend more throughout the period leading up to the holiday season because there's a longer period of time in which there is the holiday spending season. And I'm making air quotes here if you're not watching on Wade into Wealth on YouTube. So I get it because it is a fairly limited window of time from now until Christmas for people to acquire presents. So maybe, in a way, people shot themselves in the foot by starting this on the Friday after Thanksgiving. So it doesn't surprise me that places want to offer these Black Friday.
Not everyone does their shopping on December 23rd.
So no, everyone is not you or me. Although I've morphed from that. I have morphed away from that somewhat.
That's good. I'm glad to hear.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
How much did they do in sales on Black Friday?
About $9 billion. How
about Cyber Monday?
I don't know.
11 and a quarter?
Not surprising.
No? And last year, Cyber Monday was close to 11, a little bit more than Black Friday. It's not. But when I was driving into work today and I heard that, I thought, wow, it outpaced Black Friday. I guess
I'm not surprised by that at all.
When I hear it,
Right.
I think that makes sense. But it highlights how people shop now.
Right.
Because you would think that, Cyber Monday came as a factor of Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Small Business Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Started by American Express, by the way.
Yeah, small business.
Small Business Saturday. Started
They're probably
by
trying to
major
get those
corporation.
small business companies to start accepting their method of payment a little bit more.
Not probably. That is why.
Yeah.
That is why.
As an American Express card holder, I'd like it to be accepted at more small
the number
businesses.
3 payment processor, yes, absolutely.
Yep.
They are. But anyways, it's not surprising when you think about how people consume, how people shop, how difficult it can be to go to a store, and how easy it can be to acquire things online. So I'm not surprised by that. But so let's get into the economics of how Black Friday sales work. You wanna go?
Just said about how they're willing to sell some deals at they're willing to accept that great deal that is the front page of the flyer that they send out. It's the ad that'll pop up the first thing when you go onto a store website. That's what's called a loss leader.
Yep.
And the business is willing to accept that they won't make money or they'll even lose a little bit of money on that product, knowing that chances are that's not the only thing you're going to buy in there.
Mm-hmm.
And the other items that you end up buying, whether they're called impulse purchases or whatever it may be,
upsells.
The whole point is just to get you in the store. And they know that once you're in the store, you're going to see other deals that aren't as marked down as much as that big ticket item that got you through the self-opening doors.
Right.
And you're going to spend money on that, and that's where they're going to make more money.
This is exactly why milk is at the back of a grocery store.
Well, milk, toilet paper,
or any
paper
staple.
toweling.
I mean, milk is an example. Any staple is at the back of a grocery store.
You go into a CVS, the pharmacy is in the back. They want you walking through every single aisle on your way there.
And it works.
It does. Well,
it absolutely works.
They're not foolish.
Consider razor blades. Razor blades is the perfect example of a loss leader. Gillette.
Can't stand them. I can't stand razor blades. Not Gillette. I have no problem with Gillette. It's just razor blades in general.
Well, and that's because you can buy the razor. The razor is relatively cheap.
Oh, it's the least expensive thing that you're going to buy.
Exactly. And they lose money on that.
Yeah.
But what they make money on is that you have to replace
all of the
razor blades,
which
and
are
those razor blades
wildly
are what,
priced.
$35, $40 for a 4-pack?
I don't buy Gillette anymore.
Okay,
well, admit,
anyway.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's probably like
$35
which is crazy.
But think of it from the business perspective.
No wonder there's so many beards.
Take a loss once, and you make your
course.
profit
Absolutely.
significantly more over time. And so this is the same thing with Black Friday. So there's a couple of different categories that things break down into on Black Friday sales. The one that we're all most familiar with, those high-ticket items, TVs, laptops, entertainment systems, mattresses. Traditionally, I think these are called
doorbusters,
doorbuster items.
Yep.
Right? And you can go on YouTube and Google Black Friday and see literal doors
Mattresses.
being busted of people trying to get in these stores. But often, there's only a few of these items available.
It's funny. I wonder if now with, I hate to take us off topic. It's not off topic, though. But, with Cyber Monday, like, there's probably not those lines at stores that you used to have. I don't know. I never stood in one. I don't know if they stood, but I picture people at Best Buy trying to go in. You know, the movie I remember as a kid was Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah.
where they're trying to go in and get that action figure.
Yes.
Of if people still stand in lines to try to get those doorbuster deals.
I stood in a line at Master Kim's Taekwondo.
So
Black
they
Friday.
do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They do, and I get it, and I'm sure they do. I don't honestly don't pay that much attention to it, but they do. I stood in one because you wanted to get in. They had deals, for tuition, which, shout out to Master Kim's, by the way. I love that place. Our younger daughter, June, has been taking Taekwondo for almost a year. Fantastic.
Yep.
I have no skin in this game. Well, I do. She's my daughter. I want her to be successful, but Master Kim's is fantastic. I did stand in line for about 3 minutes until the store opened.
There we go.
I was at the end of the
Question
line. So yes, people do.
Yep.
But the point of a doorbuster item is that it's something that is high demand and they discount it a ton. You know, they might sell you think of a flat screen TV. They might say these are half off and there's 3 in the store and they're located at various places throughout the store.
They're going to make you walk around.
Right. And it's a high demand item. They want you in the store, limited quantity available. The point is, get you in the store.
Yep.
Even if you don't get the TV, there's a likelihood you are going to get something else.
And that something else won't be discounted nearly as much as that doorbuster
if
is.
at all.
Right.
The other part of that is that in so many Black Friday sales, or there may be, this item is discounted 25, 30%. The loss leader is that there are often accessories to a product.
Yeah, of course.
Or the extended warranty they try to sell you, which is where the money is made. They will take a loss on a certain product knowing the likelihood that you will either buy something else or there are accessories in the store. I mean, think of Apple and iPhones. They don't necessarily make a huge profit on the iPhone.
Well, I think a laptop is a great thing because you have two different types of customers. One customer who's not going to want to go in the store on Black Friday. They're not going to want to deal with the lines, and they're going to buy that laptop just online, and they'll get it for $1,000. You have the other customer who's willing to go into the store. They're willing to take the time to deal with the crowd, deal with the headache, and they'll get that laptop for $500. But might both of them buy a printer or wireless mice? They're called mice?
A wireless mouse.
Wireless mouse.
Sure.
Wireless keyboard. Maybe monitors to have a dual monitor setup.
Don't get me started on printers.
Again,
you can buy a printer for $80. You can buy a printer for cheap, but if that ink doesn't run out quick, they make it convenient. Hey, your printer's low on ink. Press this button to order more ink. Ink's not cheap. It's the same thing. They lose money on the printer because you got to buy ink for it every couple of months.
Yeah. And that's also a regular purchase that you have to make in order to keep doing it.
And that regular purchase is not discounted.
No, but they'll lose money on the one-time purchase.
Sure.
And they'll make money on all of the consistent periodic purchases that you have to make. But to your point, it's all about those extra add-ons that go into it, whether it's a charger, a mouse, a keyboard, the printer. They're not going to discount those nearly as much.
No, not at all. And the point behind all of these is always, and this is the thing to keep in mind, get in the store. They want you in the store. You are more likely to be purchasing other items or an upsell. That is the point of Black Friday and holiday sales. And the thing is now it has morphed. There is Black Friday. There is Small Business Saturday. There is Cyber Monday. We are now on Giving Tuesday.
Yep.
I also love this. I saw this from a friend. He called it, this is the best time to go through and unsubscribe from emails because everybody is going to has emailed you over the course of this past weekend or today. Yep. And so if you want to unsubscribe and clean things up, now's the time to do it because everyone comes to you in your email inbox.
That's right. Small Business Saturday.
Yeah.
What are some small businesses that you like to support?
Good question.
Because I thought about it in a little bit more of a nostalgic thing of, all right, because I don't do a lot of shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And the shopping that I do honestly tends to happen online.
Sure.
And a lot of those are from chain stores.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and those are the ones that on Black Friday, obviously it's the big chains that are really benefiting off of that.
Sure.
And the smaller businesses have their highlights.
So a small business can be a restaurant. Something in our area that you frequent. I texted you this morning. I said, think up a couple of small businesses that you like and use. I will tell you one I used recently, had a very positive experience, was a company called the Garage Makeover Company. Now, it is a national company, but it's locally owned. And so I dealt with the owner and it was his employees. Brian from the Garage Makeover Company did a fantastic job helping us organize our garage with shelving, some storage. Had a great experience. Very worth the cost. Yep. Very responsive, so I'd absolutely recommend them. Ours Market is another one here in Brighton, just
great
down
food.
The road from us. Great food, local butcher shop.
Really, really nice people.
Grocery store, smaller store. Everything in there, most of what is in there is coming from a local merchant. Yeah. They've got bread from DePaulo's Bakery. They've got salty bread from... They've
got dessert
from company
in
Fairport
Eddie's.
that makes it. Cheesy
Amazing
Eddie's
grains.
Amazing grains. Thank you. The meat is very good. And it's one of those where you go in, the butchers know you, the guy at the register
it's a really
knows
good
who you
store.
are, you have a conversation.
It's really good.
I think Ours Market's a fantastic one. And the other is probably one of my favorite restaurants in Rochester is a place called Cedar. Just down the road on Monroe Ave. And Eli and his family, Lebanese family, Middle Eastern, Mediterranean food, fantastic. I love Cedar, and we do patronize Cedar in a fair amount. We'll be going there tonight for dinner. So those are three that I have found to be great small businesses in the Rochester area. Yourself.
Yeah, well, I have to start with Thomas Taylor.
Yes.
Who I will admit, I don't think I know his real name.
His name is Ekram.
Ekram. Okay, thank you. He
Tell the
always just
story.
calls us brother.
And I think that's because we're brothers.
I don't know, but I call him brother too. So
dry cleaning and clothing. Ekram is right around the corner from us.
He's got good suits. He does a really good job with tailoring. He will do dry cleaning for you. He's a really solid tailor and just a really nice guy, as well. And he recently expanded to have more options. So if you're looking for a suit or just need something tailored, you always know when it's prom season there because he just has so many prom dresses hanging
from the ceiling.
Does
a good job. Good, and Ekram, I mean, we laugh. He was one of the first people a couple of years ago, and we laughed at the time, and he was onto something.
Yeah, selling face masks.
Sold face masks very early in the pandemic, before anyone was doing it. And I remember, I think I texted you a picture and said, this is interesting. And then...
Yeah, and there you go.
We were all doing
everything
it.
else takes care of itself.
So, yeah. All right, Ekram at Thomas Taylor.
Yeah, Bauman's Farm Market, which I don't know the owners, but it's right at kind of the corner of where our house is, and it's easy for us to walk to. There's a lot of, you can pick your own fruits and vegetables, I think. You can get your Christmas tree from there. We don't, but you can. And they have some pretty good fried cakes, which Griffin is.
Do they make their own, or do they get them from Shoots?
No, they make their own, and they're solid. Yeah. Griffin likes to eat around the outside. He will happily hand you the middle of the donut. And then the final one is not Rochester, but it is a place where I have a lot of good memories, which is that taco place in Batavia.
Yeah, Joe Spataro.
Yeah, don't use a card. Cards will not be accepted. You have to have cash. But I was there recently. They don't even let you sit inside anymore.
Well, I mean, they really never did. They had like two very small picnic tables.
You had the option. You had the option.
Yeah.
But that is, when I think of tacos, I know how much Dad, we used to go to that place all the time.
Yeah.
I still can only get the two small tacos.
Yeah.
Large tacos, just too much to handle.
Yeah.
And the two small are much easier.
I remember, Joe, when Taco Bell came to Batavia, I mean, we're in like the mid-90s, I think. They interviewed him in the paper, in the Batavia Daily News, and him saying, go try Taco Bell. Like, I encourage you to, by all means. With the thought that their stuff was fresh, homemade.
It is,
and he just said, go try it. Like, see if you like it, and if you like it, great. But, I think he probably knew most people would go try it and think, all right, That taco place in Batavia is significantly better. Yeah, that's a really good.
And no chips and cheese at Taco
really
Bell,
idea.
but you can get chips and cheese at Taco Place.
I do try to stop there when I'm in Batavia. I just never have cash usually. I think, I either got to go to the ATM.
I love that place.
That's a good place.
I have a lot of good memories from there.
Yeah, they definitely do not accept American Express at that.
Oh, they don't accept
place,
anything
or
other than
any
cash.
form of.
They
of
might
plastic.
accept a check. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Who
drove
only
by
knows?
somewhere the other day and it said, we'll only accept cash or check. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people writing checks.
Yeah.
Remember when we'd be in line at Tops?
Oh, yeah. Mom
And Dad would
always
write
wrote
a
checks
check.
for groceries. I remember that.
I mean,
remember
everybody
that, yeah.
did.
That's just what you did. I mean, people didn't really have debit cards at the time.
Yeah.
Which
right.
is the same as writing a check.
Not really. They just didn't. It just, writing a check was the way to go.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Mom and Dad stood in line for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was, I think, 5 or 6 years old. That was something I really wanted, and I know someone stood in line to go get those. Hot ticket item. What's the hot ticket item this year for you guys?
Oh,
I know Griffin and Cooper aren't listening.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I will admit, I'm not great with the
Yeah.
the gift shopping.
Yeah.
I know
Okay.
that the gift that you guys are getting him is the one that he consistently keeps asking for.
Yeah.
So Uncle Chuck will vault himself
Uncle Chuck
into
and Aunt Liz.
Uncle Chuck and Aunt Liz will vault themselves into favorites with
what we do
with that gift.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, we already are.
That's right. Yeah.
We already are.
Yeah.
We already are.
You taught him a lot of stuff over Thanksgiving.
I did.
Yep. He tells me things that, yep, you hung out with Uncle Chuck.
Sure did. Yep. Well, he likes poop pie, and you could
Poopkin.
think poopkin pie.
He
And
asks me every day, Dad, you like poopkin pie?
Yeah.
Like, you hung out with Uncle Chuck.
Yep. Well, on that note, I don't know that there's much more we can accomplish here today.
I don't
that would
think
be
so.
worth your
We'll
time.
end on that.
We'll
Yep.
leave you with that. Hey, it's the start of the holiday season. Happy holidays. And yeah, we'll be back next week with more Wade into Wealth.